2 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Before I get started, I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yawakal, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh by Hashem Yawakal Brakathum to you hopefully elect. Just back with another video through the Spirit. I was watching this video by the Angry Prepper, and in this video he's pretty much talking about all these different things that have been going on, which not so coincidentally, it's all going on at the same time, and pretty much more so Jake, more than anybody, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians can't seem to figure out that there's pretty much some shady things going on. Jake, they can't put the pieces together because you see, for the most part, these patriotic Edomites, they can sense, they can see that is a bigger plot in motion. They can see how pretty much because you see with Esau, and I'm talking about the top wicked elites and their enchantments. All right, it's wearing off, and people are pretty much waking up to the lies, and more the top wicked elites of Esau, more they're being exposed. All right. And he's being exposed, man, to be that man of sin, right? That the scriptures talk about, because people aren't falling for it anymore. You see, and like I said, for the most part, these patriotic Edomites, they can see it, and that's why I said more than anybody is Jake, that they can't put the pieces together. They don't understand what's going on. All right, but nevertheless, that's why I read this in 2 Peter 2:9, man. All right, because it said to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Because you see, with these different things that are going on around the world, all right, as it's been said time in and time out, it's only a matter of time before eventually these things come here to America, Babylon the Great. All right, and you see, the thing is, the Lord, He's reserving. He's saving the best for last. All right. Because when these plagues come to America, it's going to hit this place all at once. It's going to hit this place all at once. And again, when these plagues come, it's going to hit these people like a shit ton of bricks. All right. These people, they have absolutely no idea what's getting ready to happen out here. You see, but hey, man, the Lord is saving the best for last, because again, people see what's going on in other places. Right. But hey, 2 Ezra 15, man, it tells you because of the pride of their cities, man, hey, this place is in trouble because they don't think that this stuff is going to come here. They don't think that these things are going to take place here. Well, when it starts hitting the home, all right, hey, that's when you people are going to find out, But I'm going to go ahead and play some of this video because, again, all these different things that's going on, it's not a coincidence, and I agree because, for one, the Heavenly Father, He's using Esau, Edom on the left hand. All right. In my last street teaching, I touched on briefly going into Revelation 6, where it talks about the red horse, which goes into Esau, Edom. All right. And how power was given unto him to basically wreak havoc, pretty much, and then you got the black horse, right, which the elder Apostle Tahar recently, touched on it, and basically going into, not to, touch it, that might be, if the Spirit permits, another video for another time, but basically hyperinflation. All right. You see, again, when I play this video and the things that he, he speaks on, all the combinations of these different things, one thing is going to lead to another. All right. And again, the elder Apostle Tahar, he recently touched on the black horse, and he pretty much, he said it, you know, we're pretty much in the beginning stages of the black horse, you know. This is the beginning of the black horse, which that's going to lead into the pale horse, which lines up with Jeremiah chapter 30, starting at verse 6, right? Also, you know, other precepts from other chapters, such as 2nd Ezra 15 and 2nd Ezra 16, where to where pretty much all hell is going to break loose, because again, one thing is going to lead to another. And again, when these plagues come here, all right, the more and more gas goes up, the more and more the shelves become bare. All right, the more and more, you know, food prices goes up. You know, you see again a combination of all these things is one thing is going to lead to another, and it's just going to be total anarchy out here. You see, and all these things are being orchestrated by Esau, Edom on the left hand. And again, all credit is to be given to Yahweh Shema Shai, because like I quote, you know, like I mentioned, with the red horse, power was given unto him. So the Lord is using Esau. So everything that we see going on, for the most part, again, it's not a coincidence. You see, because Revelation 12 and 12, Esau, Edom, he knows that he has but a short time. So, hey, you know, it appears that they've got the ball rolling on this thing. So without further ado, I'm going to play this video.
So processing plants that this is happening to, but not all of them. So guys, we have a supply chain issue where things are not being shipped, things are not being produced. We have a fertilizer issue. Now, we had a fertilizer plant in India blow up. We had the Pacific Union Rail, or Union Pacific Rail, halt fertilizer. We have farmers running into issues with not being able to produce enough food because they had to downsize because of the pandemic. But now that they're trying to get back to pre-pandemic stage, they can't because they don't have fertilizer. We have weather anomalies flooding out farms around the world. We have weather anomalies drying up the farmers' soil, if you will.
And you see again, all these are one way or the other plagues of Yahweh Shema Shai. Right? I'm gonna get this in Isaiah. Isaiah just bear with me real quick. So all right, so just bear with me real quick, because lately my Bible app has been messing with me, and for whatever reason, you know, I can't pull up precepts. I can't get into the blue letter. I can't get, you know, I can't look up words for whatever reason. So bear with me as I pull my Bible out and get this precept. Because the point that I want to make here, when it comes to these weather anomalies, right? That's why I want to get this in Isaiah chapter 29, in verse 6. It says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. All right. So all the times when you see tsunamis sweeping through, different cities and things like that, ultimately that was an act of Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right. You see judgment from Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right. And a lot of times when you see these things going on, these so-called different weather anomalies going on in these different places, a lot of times, I'm talking about in these different countries, these different countries, a lot of times, the Lord is getting Jake, because remember, a lot of our people are scattered amongst these different nations. All right. So whenever you see these different weather anomalies and stuff like that going on in other countries, a lot of times the Lord is getting Jake. He's getting the wicked of our people. So that's one thing. But nevertheless, again, the Lord, he enacts judgment. All right. How are you visited by the Lord? Well, do these different weather acts. All right. You see, because a lot of times, if there's a major storm and it rips through a city, right, or a tornado rips through a city, all right, you got mass floodings, right, in different cities or whatever the case may be. That costs thousands and thousands, sometimes millions and millions of dollars in damages. You see, that's one way that Yahweh Shema Shai, he can, he'll visit a place. But not only that, you got different mega droughts going on in certain places, right? And that's going to basically is going to add on, is going to further a famine. You see, with these different weather anomalies, right? Farms are being flooded out. Like I said, you got mega droughts in certain places. That's it's going to affect the agriculture. It's going to affect basically. It's going to affect the food supply one way, shape, form, fashion, or another. All right. And again, that's going to further a famine. You see, again, people don't take these things into consideration. But hey, and this is why we got to be prepared, because that day, as the scriptures say, man, is going to come as a thief in the night. You see, and the Lord is that's why I read 2 Peter, man. This place is being reserved. The best is being saved for last. So all these different things that's going on, it's not a coincidence. How about Shema Shai? It's just a matter of time before all these places come to Babylon, man. And again, once it comes, it's going to hit these people like a shit ton of bricks.
We have worker issues, guys. We have production issues. We have food issues. We have food prices increasing like you wouldn't believe. We have fuel issues and fuel prices increasing again like you wouldn't believe. We have all of these issues.
And like I said, or I mentioned it, but I'm going to go ahead and go to it in Revelation 6. Because again, more and more, the shelves are going to become empty. The shelves are already empty, all right, for the most part. They're becoming more and more bare. Don't let the fact that, they just stuff everything in the front of the shelves. Well, because typically, you have food and supplies from the front end of from the front of the shelves to the back. You see, but if you pay attention in these stores, man, they like I said, that's why I said don't be fooled just because you see everything's in the front of the shelves, but if you look in the back, there's there's nothing. You see, the shelves, like I said, they're becoming more and more bare. All right, more and more empty, and not only that, man. The price of everything is going to start going up more and more, as it already is, because it's a thing of gradualism. So little by little, all right, if you're paying attention, you see the prices of everything's going up. It might be a few cents here and there, but eventually, because Revelation 6. Verse 6, it says, and I heard in the midst of the four beasts saying, again, this is going into the black horse when you read in verse 5. But verse 6, it says, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts saying, a measure of wheat for a penny and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see, thou hurt not the oil and the wine. All right. So basically, when it comes down to it, because, back during the Roman Empire, if I'm not mistaken, you know, this penny, it basically represents a full day of labor. All right, a full days of work. Because again, back during the Roman Empire, they were that penny. I think it was the Roman soldiers, right? It was basically their full days of work, right? Their full days of labor. All right. But when it says a measure of wheat for a penny and 3 measures of barley for a penny, right? So basically, a full days of work for just to put it in modern terms, a loaf of bread. A full days of work for a bag of rice. Again, just to put it in modern terms. You see, like I said, hyperinflation. All right, more and more, this is what we're gonna start experiencing. All right. But when you read on down to verse 7, it says, and when he had opened the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4th beast saying, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. All right. Hey, because, again, one thing is going to lead to another. All right. Food rationings are going to take place. That's going to become more and more common. All right. And again, like I said, one thing is going to lead to another, man. It's like I said, you just, more hyperinflation, man. Is going to cost more for less, pretty much. You see, and it's just it's going to be pure hell. It's going to be pure hell, pretty much. And you see, this is why. I can't wait, man. I can't wait for this society to collapse. All right. I can't wait for the lights to go out, right? Because they're still talking about these rolling blackouts, right? And hey, I hope they do it, because hey, when that day comes, hey, listen, we're not gonna be tied down to Esau Edom. We're not gonna be tied to his system. You see. Because, hey, man, at the end, the grand scheme of things, Esau, he's trying to create this system to where, everything is digitalized, right? And with that being said, hey, like I said, total control, all right, which goes into Revelation 13, 16 to 17, all right, digital slaves, man, and with that being said, at any moment, they can, you say anything, speak out against the government or whatever, they can just they can X you out of society, man. You could be excommunicated out of society, man. And with that, you won't be able to buy or sell as a prophecy states. And hey, I'm with it, all right, because again, just me personally, man, and I know brothers feel the same way. I take my chances, being in the, I take my chances going out to the woods and just trying to figure it out. And then having faith in Yahweh Shemel Shai, rather than being tied to Esau's system. Because again, at the end of this, they want complete control, man. And, it's going to be complete slavery. You see? So that's why, again, it said, and I looked and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death. Because, yeah, again, hey, death is coming. Like I said, one thing is going to lead to another. These people, they're going to start killing one another, man. For gas, they're going to kill each other, over that a loaf of bread or whatever, man. The last few packets of ketchup, because to show you how bad it's going to get, man. All right. It says, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the 4th part of the earth, talking about America, right, North America, to kill with sword and with hunger and with death and with the beasts of the earth. Because you see, again, all these things that's going on, it's not a coincidence. All right. Because Esau, he's taking control. This is why you got guys like Bill Gates buying up these farmlands and whatnot. All right. Because, hey, man, you control the food supply. That way, hey, you take over the food supply. That way you have everyone coming to you. You see, man, everyone has to come to you. You see. So, again, it's no coincidence. This is what Esau, being the devil that he is, man. You see, he's weaponizing the food, man, the food and the water supply, man. He's weaponizing it. So they're playing on some more.
Act the same time, and some people seem to think this is a coincidence. We have smallpox, we have nosebleed fever, also known as Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever, and we also have Mossberg popping back up on the radar. We have the Ukraine-Russia fight, World War III, the possibility of a nuclear war, or the end of civilization and humanity. We have economic issues, we have inflation, we have the possibility of the Great Depression right around the corner, and then we have shrinkflation, which shrinkflation is like not really a problem. I mean, I guess it is, right? I mean, they raise the prices on their food, and they put less in the packages. I mean, guys, all of this at once, and people still seem to think that this is just a coincidence. Again, I will allow some wiggle room for some of these areas to have, I guess, natural issues, if you will. Issues, again, with no workers, no one maintaining the machines. I'll give you that. Fertilizer being halted, that's a sign. Our food constantly being attacked, that's a sign. The fact that people are getting fired and not returning to work at the same time. But all the other issues that apply to us, no one else is thinking any of this. No one else, like, in let's just say, let's forget mainstream media. But politicians, not enough politicians are going, whoa.
Because Americans are some of the most dumbest people in the world, man. Real talk. Because you see, places like Greece, Italy, and different places to where they're not as dumbed down and docile as these Americans. You see, this is why you see over the years, man, these different protests, all right, you see these riots going on, and it's over simple stuff. You see, if, again, man, all right, because what we see going on over here with the gas is damn nearly $5, man, you know, and you see in other places, stuff like that with $5 gas prices, and the gas is just steadily going up. Well, again, stuff like this is what people are protesting and rioting in these other countries and whatnot, because again, they're not as dumbed down as these Americans, you see, and for the most part, they're like I said, man, these Americans, they're the most stupid people, they're the most dumbest people, man. But nevertheless, like I said, because Yahweh Shema Shai has it to where a lot of these patriotic Edomites, they see, and hey, they're getting. That's why you have all these different so-called mass shootings going on, because Esau knows he's going to get a resistance. So with that being said, he has to create the narrative of, coming after them guns. And that's another thing these Edomites, they're not going to fall for, because, hey, when it comes to Esau, that's his blessing. All right. His gun that's his blessing. So he's not going to give that up without a fight. So you see, the Lord is throwing all this up. All right. And it's just a matter of time, because America's pretty much a boiling pot right now. All right. And hey, eventually this thing is going to spill over. It's going to spill over, man. So it's going to get bad out here. But with that, I'm going to read this in 2 Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." And like I said, or like I quoted in 2 Ezra 15, man, you see, with everything that's going on in these other nations, it's just a matter of time before it comes to America. All right. But the fact that, again, these Americans, not only are they stupid, they're hella powerful, man. These are the most powerful people as well on the planet. These Americans, man. America's the most powerful nation, because they don't think that this stuff is going to come here. Well, hey, the Lord, he had you people in the trick bag. He wants you to think that, things are going to get back to normal. He wants you people to think that, it's not going to happen. He wants you people to be asleep, man, pretty much. As the scriptures say, these people, they have a spirit of deep sleep on them, roughly paraphrasing. And mainly Jake, that spirit of deep sleep. So he wants you people to think that. Like I said, hey, when these plagues come, it's going to hit this place the worst. It's going to hit this place the hardest. All right. It's going to hit this place the hardest, man. And like I said, hey, the Lord is preserving the best for last. He's saving the best for last. Because this place is going to get it the worst. But I'm going to leave, Lord's will, I remember to leave this link in the description in case you want to watch this video. And with that, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, bracket thumb to your hopefully elect. Lord's will, until next time, shalom.